Oftentimes when I talk about wheels with people, they're all about the bling, all about the carbon fiber, how much depth their rims have, how aerodynamic they are, how light they are. But what actually does make a good wheel and wheel set for your road bike, your touring bike, your mountain bike, whatever bike? What does make a good wheel? Well, here in my hands I'm actually holding my best conception of a wheel set, because it has some features that are just so convenient, and it has really one of the best price-performance ratios. So stay tuned for the video. As a bicycle mechanic, I have built up many wheel sets in my career, let's say. But of course, you're the end customer and you want to have some conception of how it's going to go if you want your wheel set built up. Is it going to be expensive? Is it going to be inconvenient? What's it all about? So you need certain components for a wheel set. Of course, you need a hub, you need spokes, nipples and rims, and of course tires and tubes. Most of today's wheel sets come as a system wheel set. So the wheels are pre-installed, they have hub, spoke, rim in one system. They are provided by the bike manufacturer, like off the press, let's say, and most of the time they have some really inconvenient builds. For instance, they have hidden nipples, so you can't really reach them through a wheel. They have a complicated hub built where the spoke is installed so inconveniently that it's really hidden and you have to pull the bearings out to even reach it, to even replace it. You have carbon rims who are really delicate, and you have a lot of numbers that you have to especially the spoke tension that you have to obey in order not to break the wheel. So most of the time you have gonna send in your wheels if they get broken. Let's for instance take lightweight. This is really an extreme example, because there you have carbon rims, carbon spokes and a carbon hub even, and they're like glued together, so you can't even replace a spoke. Your local mechanic won't be able to replace it. You're gonna have to send it in to Germany to those lightweight dudes in order to replace it. Campagnolo shares this really nice G3 pattern, but also there you're gonna have to send it into Campagnolo, I reckon, or at least get a spoke from a specialized dealer, Campagnolo Pro Shop, which isn't gonna be really convenient. So what is the ideal wheel set for you? In my opinion, it is really the alloy wheel set on which you chose every single component. So you're gonna choose your hub, your spokes, your nipples and your rims. And if you get those components apart from each other, you purchase them individually, you're more likely going to be able to replace them. So if you buy a hub, you can buy the bearings, most likely you can buy the bearings as well. If you're gonna buy the spokes, especially from DT Swiss, it's gonna be really easy to replace them. Like anywhere in the world, a local bike shop will have some spokes, some length, or they can easily replace it with another spoke that is maybe a bit thicker, but you know the deal. The rims, alloy rims are generally less expensive than carbon rims, and you're surely gonna get a replacement, maybe not exactly the same rim, but you will be able to replace. One of the wheels I built up is this Mavic Open Pro UST rim with a nice PowerTap G3 hub, and yeah, like I said, it measures, like the name says, it measures the power. So you get your watts on your computer, really nice. You could train like a pro. And this wheel, I was able to build it up the way I want. Number of spokes, number of crossings, the rim, and of course the G3 hub. Because I chose every component individually. Right here we have another example. It's my dynamo hub with a shutter precision dynamo and some Mavic rims. Again, those are USD, so those are closed inside. They have this special nipple over here, so inside you can't reach it. Really nice rim, really sturdy rim, really lightweight, really nice. Another example is my Alfine Di2 11 speed, which I built up with the same Mavics as the shutter precision dynamo hub, with this really nice, durable, lightweight Mavic rims. Of course, I chose Di2 Alfine myself, 135 with disc. I reckon you can't find this wheel in a shop. It's going to have to be built up by a mechanic, by a professional himself by hand. So you get the picture, right? If you know what your components are, you're more likely going to be able to replace them and to handle them and to care for them. Because if you don't know what you have, if you don't have the control over what you have, control lies in your manufacturer, which is who's going to tell you, yeah, the warranty is really expired, we can't really replace it, it's too complicated, it's broken. If you have a system wheel set, you're really not in that great of a place to be. Let's talk about the price point. A rim of DT Swiss, we have the RR411 right here, which is gonna cost you about, I don't know, 50 or 60 bucks, and it's really lightweight. Spokes, you're gonna have to calculate about $1 to $2, maximum $4 when you get the really fancy ones. But let's say about $1 to $2 per spoke. So if you build up less spokes, of course it's gonna be less expensive. The hub, again, you can get really fancy ones, but keep in mind that you don't need the extra light ones, the super light expensive ones, because if the weight is in the center, it doesn't really matter. You want the lightest weight at the most external points, so that the rotating mass is light and the wheels really want to go forward. So choose any hub you like. The most durable will be the best, and it will cost you from anywhere from 20 to 400 bucks. So choose wisely. So you see, really the best wheel is going to be the hand-built wheel by your local dealer or by your friend if he's able to do that. And you can get really cheap, really durable, really lightweight wheels. And most important, you can replace every single component, even if it's broken.